All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby, and we are generating a world of harmony, leveraging astrology. Mercury, the planet of intelligence, thinking, learning, studying, is officially and currently in an Earth energy, being Capricorn. Mercury in Capricorn will enter pretty much today. I'm recording this later in the nighttime. This is December 6th. Now, do keep in mind that around December 12th, December 13th, when it hits shadow, what matters is it's going to be about 7 to 8 degrees of Capricorn. The shadow will finish its retrograde, okay, in January 18th. So, January 18th, what we finish thinking and completing our understanding about where and what we want to be known for, what study, what literal field of study. So let's say, for example, I'm in astrology, I'm in shamanism, okay, I work as a healer. In these fields of study, my Mercury Capricorn will say I need to set goals, plans, and be methodical in these areas. Earth signs likes predictability, so get your mind around already January 18th, 2023, next year. Where do I want to be, and what am I thinking about on December 7th, December 8th this year? No, excuse me, I'm sorry, about December 13th, December 12th this year. And it'll be right at about 7 to 8 degrees. So already we're being asked to think about very deep, intimate connections in our business, work, and career life, on our social scale, how we want to climb the social ladder. You're thinking about beyond the surface level relationships that you might make in the 7th house or in Libra's house, all right, that are just all about intellectual strategy. What kind of physical and sensual intimacy and intuitive abilities do you want to progress so that you can help see the unseen? 8th degree, see what is hidden as for your career. This has already kind of happened last year a little bit, all right? The big difference is there was a retrograde in Venus around January of 2022. So 2023, the big difference now is there's no Venus retrograde, only Mercury. So I feel like we're kind of revisiting something already, but now our values have been reconstructed. We had that Venus Cazimi in January. We had another Venus Cazimi in Libra later in the year, like September. And so essentially we're not really willing to just connect and get our business thoughts, a career, and what we want to be renowned for, what we want to be an expert in at a mental study, you know what I mean? Like within our mental studies, we're more aligned with authenticity, and we're more aligned with integrity, and these are absolutely critical for Capricorn type energy. So you're gonna have Venus in Capricorn soon during this time. What's important, I feel like, is to know that we're coming from a Mercury in Sag, which is like, don't have goals, don't do anything hardcore or concrete, only draw pictures and do art and listen to music and take adventures, and let all of this experience, which is Sagittarius, to expand your perception about what is even possible in the physical. And then we get to Capricorn. So Mercury Capricorn is saying we want you to go back towards Virgo season, which again was kind of like what, late August into early September, where Virgo analyzes the thoughts and the data. Virgo is natal to Mercury, so it's where Capricorn gets its research. It gets the research from what were you doing in late August to early September in Virgo season. Well, all that Venus in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, all those Virgo, all those Virgo planets. You got a certain data, so you can kind of look back at your photos. You can look back at what were you studying. You can look back at what you're learning. You also could look back at what were you getting rid of, because Virgo is like, before I give as an employee, okay, as a coworker, as a co-working pair, how do I get rid of everything that's unnecessary before I give it to my boss? Because my boss wants this paper, he wants this report, she wants this report. Shout out to the big lady bosses out there. Just say lady boss in the chat. If you're a lady boss, just type it up. Before you give it to the big boss, man or woman, doesn't matter, someone of status, where you're trying to climb and push in your social career to have more status, to have more influence, to have more of the ability to make power decisions and think powerfully, think methodically, think in a goal-based, goal-orientated fashion, where if you do not realize what you got rid of and you try to bring that stuff back in, it could hurt negatively, and you're going to have a tougher retrograde time from the shadow starting, like I said, around the 12th to 13th of December this year, and where the shadow is going to end and try to bring us back to on the 18th of January 2023. So do keep that in mind. Understand the line. These mutable energies are critical because you have 29 degrees in Sagittarius literally right now that's squaring hard 90 degree angle square on Jupiter in Pisces, which is literally saying really pay attention to your dreams and understand how your dreams have changed. Understand how your perceptions of what you thought has changed. And this has been a 12-year belief system and narrative that has been embedded in, literally designed for you to be a slave. And Sagittarius, like, I want to move beyond these physical boundaries. So great, thank you, Sagittarius, Venus and Sag, Mercury and Sag, because you've brought us change. You've allowed us to actually change our minds where earth signs struggle to do. So really try to think as you hear this, what have I changed my mind on? How has my perspective changed? How did I used to see these physical earthly limits, these physical barriers, and how have I actually transcended beyond that? Literally broke myself into godhood. And so then when you get to Mercury Capricorn, you at the top of the mountain, Virgo is like, okay, boss, I got all the documents. I've analyzed everything for you. You can trust this. This is the most precise and accurate piece of information that you know about how you would like to do your work. Okay, so that you know where, when is key with Capricorn, because Saturn is time, when to push this career narrative, this career goal, this career design, so that you'll be known for what you are studying, Mercury in Capricorn, in the physical, tangible world and reality. The only last thing I feel like is important, besides you hitting the subscribe button and hitting the thumbs up, baby, yeah, the only thing you need to know now is melancholy is a prerequisite to creativity, and Capricorn is a tremendously melancholic sign and energy. It likes to be sad and lost and its lack of expression of a feeling and emotion, but it doesn't have the same emotional access like Cancer does to support its own emotions. It has to almost push in its career to force certain forms of fatigue and certain forms of rest that gets, in a sense, forced upon its physical body, so that it can break down enough so that it can finally connect with source energy, okay, higher powers, that in its melancholic state, when it is physically unable to continue or to go back to work or to do something in that time frame, you should really not try to push that process or try to rush time, okay, especially at a mental level. Don't try to think outside of what is tangible. So do be aware of that coming from Sagittarius season, which can do that. Okay, it can expand beyond that, but we're being asked to already take what we learned from that as a shift in perspective to see that melancholy is a prerequisite to creativity. And how would you like to creatively present yourself publicly on the global stage as you climb the social ladders? How will you intimately connect with certain business relationships that will have a tremendous push and large return on investment, energetically and physically? This is Mercury in Capricorn. This is your AstroShaman, Pernell, and we are generating a world of harmony, leveraging astrology to do it. So I will be going live with Astro pretty soon on December 10th about Venus in Capricorn. So that video will be separate. You'll see it. And I want to say check in. Definitely hit that thumbs up. I'll see you soon, baby.